Never fear, Cindersh is here, and I have for you another Dragon Ball Theory Discussion video. Now, the theory I want to put forward today is based off of one of the leaked pieces of information that comes out of Chapter 6 of the Dragon Ball Super manga. That piece of information is that Jaco is going to make the statement that there are a large number of galaxies within the universe. And so the question becomes, how many galaxies were there in the universe at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z versus how many there are now? I mean, the implication, based on the fact that we were introduced in the filler after the Cell Saga to four Kais being overcharge of the universe, and some people call them the Kais of galaxies. So the King Kai we're first introduced to is the Kai of the North Galaxy, and then there would only be four galaxies in the universe. But given that was the case all the way up, before the Cell Saga, and during the Cell Saga, and even after the Cell Saga, you want to try and sell me in the time between the Cell Saga and the Buu Saga that the universe all of a sudden started growing massively, so that it expands from four galaxies to a dozen or more? That does not make any sense, mathematically or logically. What does make sense is that these four Kais were the Kais over quadrants of the universe, and King Kai is the Kai of the northern quadrant. Now, I've seen both these understandings of who the Kais are seem to occur, but quadrant makes more sense than galaxy. And that would imply that each of these Kais is in charge of more than one galaxy, and have been for a very long time. You take that into consideration in Jaco's information, it may be the first time it's voiced, but it's not something we shouldn't have already realized was the case. If you go and look at all the participants in the Otherworld tournament, there were a lot of different races within each quadrant of the universe, which I guess you could say they all came from the same galaxy, but it would be more likely that they're pulling these fighters from more than one galaxy. I mean, it would make it easier to find fighters if you're pulling from more than one galaxy. So that's kind of my theory, is that there's always been a large number of galaxies in Universe 7. I mean, if you look mathematically at it, population may boom and go from a slow rate of increase to a high rate of increase. But the universal expansion would have been the exact opposite. It would have had a high number of creation of galaxies and planets and solar systems, to where that would decrease significantly, to where over time you'd get very, very small creation of new planets and galaxies, to almost no more creation. Even if the universe is still expanding slightly, it would take millions of billions of years for another solar system, another galaxy to actually form. So I say Jaco's piece of information may be newly voiced, but it's a piece of information that is consistent with the entire history of Dragon Ball. It's not something that really wasn't incorrect before. There was always a large number of galaxies from the start of Dragon Ball to now. So let me know in the comments section what you think of this idea, whether or not you disagree or agree. If you think this is worth sharing, I hope you'll share it. If you have not done so, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. This is Super Saiyan 7 Cinders, and I will be back with more material in the near future. Thank you for watching.